In the algebra of complex number, the second section is difference of two complex numbers. The difference of two complex number is same as addition. Here the difference means we have to consider as a subtraction. That is, if we consider the complex form z1 is equal to a plus ib and z2 is equal to, we have to consider c plus id. If we subtract these two, is nothing but the difference of these two complex number, a plus ib minus c plus id. For this, here also we have to subtract or difference of real to real part and imaginary to imaginary part. A minus c plus I b minus d. This we have to make satisfy with all our difference of two complex numbers. Similarly, for this, all the laws were satisfied with the difference of two complex number, as we satisfied all are there in our addition rule. Now the third one is a multiplication of two complex number. Multiplication of complex numbers. Multiplication of complex numbers means here again we have to take two complex numbers, a plus ib and z2 is equal to c plus id. If we multiply these two, means z1 is equal to z1 into z2, that we have to write a plus ib and c plus id form. If we multiply a into c plus a into id plus I bc plus I into I become a I square bd. This we have to simplify. I is a common for both the terms. I ad plus I bc. Here as we know, I square is nothing but a minus 1, minus bd we have to take here. AC, this is minus BD plus I AD plus BC. Now this we have to simplify by the multiplication of two complex numbers. Like this you have to simplify. Each term is multiplied with the each term. A is multiplied with the C, A is multiplied with the ID, ID is multiplied with the C, IB is multiplied with the ID. Then the simplification of this AC, AID, IBC, I into I, BD. Now AC plus IAD, IBC, I square is nothing but minus 1 BD. Here this is not having the I term, that's why AC minus BD we have to make it one side. Here I term we have to take a common and make it another side. Without a I term, that become a real part. With the I term, that become a imaginary part. Like this we have to simplify our multiplication of two complex numbers. Here the similarly what we did in addition, which some laws are satisfied here. Similarly like this, here also some laws are we have to get satisfied. Similarly the same laws we have to take here. The first one is the closure law. Closure law. Then the same condition here you have to get satisfied. Z1 is belongs to Z, Z2 is also belongs to Z. If the multiplication of Z1 and Z2, that also belongs to Z. If multiplying that, again we will get a Z term. Then only the closure law get satisfied. Second is the commutative law. The commutative law is also the same. as we did in addition, in that we did the addition of that both the complex number. Here we have to make a multiplication of those two complex number. Here z1 belongs to z, z2 belongs to z. Here we have to get if z1 multiply with the z2 or z2 is multiplied with the z1, both are belongs to z, then the commutative law holds good. The third one is associative law. The associative law means here z1, z2, z3 belongs to z. Here also the same. If z1 is multiplied with the z2 and z3 is equal to z1 into z2 into z3. Means first we have to multiply these two, next you have to multiply with the z1 term, and first you have to multiply with the z1 and z2, again you have to multiply with the z3. The answer of both you will get the same. That satisfies the associative law. Now we have to get the multiplication identity. The multiplication identity is same as we did in the addition. Addition identity is 0. Means if something we have to add with the z, again we will get the z. Means 0 we have to add with the z, again we will get the z. Similarly like this, in a multiplication of identity means if we have to multiply 1 with the z, again we will get a z. That 1 is considered as a multiplication identity here. Means 1 plus I0 is equal to 1. Only the 1 we have to take it as a multiplication identity. Means z is multiplied with the 1, again we will get a z. Fifth one, multiplication inverse. Yeah, in addition inverse we have to make a negative of z. Here in a multiplication inverse we have to take a z. Here this inverse become 1 by z. In addition the inverse of that become a minus z. In a multiplication z, inverse of that become 1 by z, means division of z. That we have to consider. Means here this we also call it as a z of minus 1. Now after this we have to simplify this one. How we will get the inverse of this? The inverse or multiplication inverse means 1 by z we are considering. This is equal to 1 divided by, as we know already the z is nothing but a plus ib form or x plus iy form. A plus ib. This we have to write in the form of a plus ib. That's why we have to take a conjugative of this term. The conjugative means if we change the middle sign, middle means this one. This sign you have to change, then that complex form become a conjugative complex form. A minus ib, here a plus b form, a minus b form. A plus ib and a minus ib form is equal to a minus ib is equal to a square minus b square form is equal to a minus ib. A square, I square means minus 1, minus minus become plus b square. Means this we have to write a divided by a square plus b square plus I, that minus is applicable for minus b, a square plus b square. Means this become a inverse. This become a in multiplication inverse term. You can, if they ask to solve that multiplication inverse, you can write directly this term. Now the one more law here is distributive law. The distributive law is a combination of addition and multiplication. The distributive law is the combination of addition and multiplication. Means Z1 is multiplied with Z2 plus Z3 is equal to Z1 Z2 plus Z1 Z3. This is a combination of addition and multiplication. Otherwise, Z1 plus Z2 into Z3 is equal to Z1 Z3 plus Z2 Z3. This is a distributive law. Similarly, for the multiplication of two complex number, here the last algebraic term is division. That division term, how to simplify means division of two complex numbers. Means Z1 and Z2. Division means Z1 divided by Z2. But Z2 is never be become a 0. Here you have to take if Z1 is equal to A plus IB term, Z2 is equal to C plus ID term. That we have to simplify. Z1 divided by Z2 is equal to A plus IB divided by C plus ID. Here, whenever you will get the division of two complex numbers or the complex number you will get in the denominator, the simplification means the denominator conjugative term you have to take. The conjugative term means, as I already told you, the middle sign of that denominator you have to change, then you will get the conjugative of that number. Means here C plus ID, the conjugative of this is C minus ID term. This you have to make divide and multiply for both the terms. Now we have to simplify A plus IB, C minus ID. Here you will get again A plus B form, A minus B form. This become A square minus B square form. A square minus B square means C square plus ID whole square form. Means simplify this one, AC minus ICD, AD plus I BC plus minus I square BD divided by C square minus I square means minus 1 D square. This we have to simplify. AC minus AD plus BC BC. I square is nothing but minus become plus divided by C square minus become plus D square. Means the real part with the real part we have to take AC plus BD and plus I. Here plus term we have to write first, minus term we have to write here, and denominator you will get C square plus D square. Like this you have to apply the division of two complex numbers. This is a fourth part in a algebraic section.